I am so excited to bring my great friend Cheri on today. I just want to give you a little bit of background on Cheri before we dive into this awesome Zoom call. Cheri is a wife, a mom, a full-time worker, and has a side gig. She volunteers as a Sunday school teacher and a music booster treasurer. She also was the church treasurer for 2 years, and that had just ended in February. I want you all to give a warm welcome for my friend Cheri.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for the opportunity. It's
Yes.
been fun.
Awesome. Also, so the way I want to start this, because this is a unique situation here, I want to hear from your side how we met and how we know each other.
We met. Oh, it was fun. You were the rep for one of the former, furniture company that was one of our vendors at a job I used to have. So we really became close or connected, I guess, getting to work together there. And that was so awesome.
Yes.
Because first thing I remember was like, she's got a lot of energy. She's awesome. I like her.
I get that a lot, Cheri. I don't know what everyone talks about. I'm super quiet and conservative.
Yeah, super mellow, super like.
I will remember.
Uh-huh.
I actually remember the first day I met you. So it was at the old building, at the county building, and I was with Doug.
Uh-huh.
And so we were
Yep.
walking up, and you were in that cubicle area, and
Yep.
you were super nice and super kind. And obviously, Doug loves you still. But like, he was all, she's so cool, and I'm like, does she like me? Like, I was like, because I'm new and like I'm taking over Doug's stuff. But I remember just being like, oh no, this is gonna be so hard because everyone loves Doug. So, yes, it's been so great.
Yeah.
It's awesome. So again, thank you for being here. And I just want to talk about like what's going on with you, girl. Like there is so much happening in this crazy world, as everyone knows. You hear this all the time. But like what are some of like the struggles that you have noticed that you never expected? Maybe you expected it, but that you never thought that would be a struggle in something that we actually never knew would ever happen. Like what are some of the things that you're struggling with?
One of the couple of big things that I'm struggling with is, so I work for a school district now, and it's not the same district that my kids go to. And on the staff side, I see a lot of communication from some of the staff, or like behind the scenes kind of stuff that's going on, and how they're working with the families and the parents and the messages that they're sending out to the parents and the families. And as the parent on the parent side, I don't feel that we have that piece coming from our district to our kids. Like they send stuff to the kids, and then you ask the kids, they're like, I don't have anything. And you're like, I don't think that's right, but that's what you're telling me. So, and then just having the kids, do their stuff. And like initially our district was like, we're going to send you stuff that's not required. So then it was the battle of, what do you have to do? And they're like, well, we don't have to do anything because it's not required. And it's like, okay, try to tell a 16 and a 15-year-old kid, boys, that yes, you still have to be doing work. So that's one of the big things for me. And now they've come out and said, hey, yes, there's stuff to do, and you have to do it and turn it in and everything. And so it's balancing that work while I'm still working a full-time job, making sure they're doing their work. And they've never been good students. And I don't know, like they didn't get it from me. Not that I was an ideal student by any means, but like they just, whatever. If I can slide by with a C or a D, I'm okay. It's like, no, so trying to know that there's stuff that they're supposed to be doing, and then working, which I pretty much am. My husband has said, pretty much, mom's working, leave her alone, which is great. But then it's like, well, what didn't they do today? What should they have done today? How were they sitting on their iPad playing games all day? Those kind of things, because that's kind of one of the struggles that I've had with them for a lot of years with their devices from school is, hey, are you doing your homework? Yep, I am. And you turn around and there's a game on or game being hidden. So it's just always really that battle for me. And so then you have the balance of, I work at a school, I know what's going on the staff side. At home, it's the battle of what I'm feeling as a parent, and here what I'm hearing is on the staff side too. So that's a little bit of a challenge.
That's so valid. And like, your boys are good. I've never met them, but I've seen things, you've told me things, which is so great. But there's got to be so many people that feel the same way you do. It's like, how do we do all of the things in our home, mind you, and make everyone
Right.
like get through everything? So that is so great. Thank you so much for sharing that, because that is real. I've not heard it just from you. I've heard it from many people, and hopefully that just helps people connect and say, okay, I'm not really alone, like, in all of this. So
Right.
what are some of the positive things or things that you've been grateful for that you were like, gosh, I never expected, or not even expected, you were just, oh my gosh, I am grateful for these tiny small things or these bigger things, whatever it is, because that's what I've been finding. I've been finding that, like, in the smallest things, someone smiled at me at the grocery store today, and I was like, yes, like,
Yes.
it's crazy. So what have you been seeing in your life?
Well, honestly, the fact that I'm working from home and I literally can roll out of bed or stay in bed and grab my laptop and begin working, that I drive about 35 minutes to work every day. And so it's just from that perspective of like, hey, I don't have to get up as early, get kids ready. Like, I'm grateful that I'm still able to work. And then just that whole like, hey, here we go, we're working, and I just got out of bed 2 minutes ago.
Yep.
is just cool. It's nice. I'm grateful that I have the opportunity to do that and not have to be. I mean, I'm an essential employee, but I'm not having to go into the office and worry about picking up anything from anybody or
Yep.
anywhere along the way. So and I drive 35 minutes to work every day. Well, I'm not spending near as much in gas, so that's been awesome. I think I filled up 3 weeks ago and still have plenty of gas.
Me too. And I am the person, like I said it on another interview, that like I fill up probably 2 to 3 times a week easily. And
Yes.
I drive like at least 150 miles a week.
Yes.
Yes. Hey, dog.
Hold on, she wants to go outside.
No, so yeah, the gas thing is a huge positive. Which is weird because gas prices are so low right now. Part of me is like, well, I want to drive now because it's inexpensive. But I'm like, nope, it's better. You're right, saving that. Think about how much time you've gained from not driving that much every day, which is so cool too. So, what is there anything else that you're super grateful for, or positive things that have happened in the last 2 to 3 weeks, 4 weeks?
It's nice to be able to be home and then think, oh, I didn't take out something for supper, and run and grab something out of the freezer, or just those little things like that. And then just when I'm done with work, I have had a challenge to be like, I'm done at the end of the day, to walk away, to instead of continuing to, okay, I'm just going to finish this email, and then something else comes in, and let's take care of that, or that kind of thing, or like, oh, I just want to finish this little stack of papers here. So that's also been a little bit of a challenge, but it's been grateful that when I'm done with work, that I'm done, and like, hey boys, how, what'd you do today? Or obviously I'm hearing them because they're in the house, or, start supper right away, or start, finish that load of laundry, or whatever it is. So just being home and not having that time to drive home,
Yep.
has been nice too. And opening up the windows and having the fresh air come in, and on a beautiful day, which we've had a couple, or oh, it's sunny out today, it's maybe not that warm, I'm gonna open up the windows for a few minutes, just those kind of little things that make a difference, and being able to just go for a walk outside when it's nice, and some of those.
You're so right. And like, from anyone that isn't from here, we're in Wisconsin. And so we've been getting some crazy weather lately. Beautiful and sunny right now. And I guess there's supposed to be snow tomorrow. So we don't know from hour to hour what's going to happen here.
Thursday, wasn't it like it would be sunny and then the ground would be covered in snow, and then it was raining, and then it was sunny? Like within half an hour, you had all this different weather. And I think that was Thursday, or maybe
it was Thursday. It was Thursday. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen. Personally, I've ever seen. Like, 5 seconds, I look out the window. I'm looking out a window right now. It's like, oh, it's so beautiful. And then it's like wind, snow, rain,
Yeah.
rain, snow. It happened 5 or 6 times. And I looked at the radar and it looked like someone just dropped a bunch of pebbles on the radar with random snowstorms. And I'm like, what is happening here? But I'm like, Mother Nature is really angry today. So we're just going to have to deal with her emotions because that's how I felt. But you're right. But like, so
Right.
that's
Yep.
the simple little thing. My thing for me is going on a walk every single day has helped me so much mentally because sitting at my house, I have a nice office. I'm super grateful because I work from home on a normal basis. But I can't leave. So
Right.
okay, going in the kitchen, sitting there, going in the living room, standing, whatever. So it's just been crazy. But it is the small, tiny things like that we used to take for granted are so important now. And you're like, yes, this is so great. Yes. Oh my gosh. Crack that window. It's nice out right now. Let's go on a walk. I didn't have to wear a coat to the grocery store today. I was super pumped about that. So I was so happy. But again, I appreciate everything you said, Cheri. This is so wonderful. And like, I love your perspective because yes, you are working and you are an essential worker and you pay the bills and you do all these things for where you work and you have 2 teenage boys to handle along with a husband that works a full-time job, a really hard full-time job. And that's not even, unless he's changed, it's not close to where you live.
No.
So he's gone a ton.
Right.
And so how do you do all the things? Well, there's no actual answer for it, but I feel like just that little perspective of things that you're struggling with, people will connect with and they are connecting with it. And I mean, I am even, and not the teenage boys and all that stuff, but like, just trying to get everything figured out. And you're right with well, is it okay for me to go on a walk during the middle of the day? Yes. Right now, if anyone's listening to this and you say no, you can call me because I don't agree with you. It is 100% okay because we all need to get some mental clarity, walk outside for a few seconds, just stand outside for fresh air. And that's okay. Like that, it has to be okay because that's all we can do right now. And I love your message and I love what you said. Thank you so very much for being here. Any last final words for anyone that you'd like to say? Are we good? Anything?
We'll get through it. Hang in there. And one of the things that I saw, I don't know, last year at some point, it was instead of apologizing to people all the time, find a positive something to say to them, instead of saying, oh, I'm sorry. So one of the things that I tell my supervisor all the time, when she'll say, I'm sorry, I'll tell her, thanks for hanging in there with me, to rephrase it that way. And so that's kind of what I like to say is, thanks for hanging in there with me because we're going to get through it together. And that's about all we can do.
I love that. Thanks for hanging in there with me. I love that because I'm always like, so sorry I'm late. Oh God, I did it to you today. Like I literally did it to you today. Like, so sorry.
Yeah. Thanks for hanging in there with me. My other meeting ran late.
Right.
Even if you don't get whatever.
I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that because I think that is such a great message for people. We all have to be graceful with each other and ourselves, and we are going to get through this, and we're going to get through this together and separately, like social distancing wise, but we will get through this together. So again, Cheri, thank you so much. I appreciate you so much, and I appreciate our friendship, and I hope you have an amazing day.
Thank you. I hope you do too. Enjoy this weather. Get outside. It's gorgeous yet.
Yes. Thanks, girl. Bye.
Bye.
Isn't Cheri just the sweetest? I love her perspective. She brings something totally different than we've seen so far. And I just love talking with her, and it was so good to catch up with her. Guys, we talked for way longer after this video was recorded. I hope you guys enjoyed all that she had to talk about. As always, as I always say, less hate, let's go motivate, let's share the moment and stay connected. I love you all, and I can't wait to see you guys soon.
But it's cool because you can connect. And although I want to right now give you a hug, it's still great to see you,
Hugging you.
Hugging you.